we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, start. I found that X doesn't work for this cutscene, but spamming B and A makes the text go slightly faster. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but if you if you just want to see my personal best, I'm going to I'm going to cut my personal I'm gonna post a separate video of my personal best specifically. Mostly because I have to do that for the purposes of mostly because I have to do that for the purposes of I, I have to have video evidence to, when I submit a speed run in order to be able to count it. And you know, it'll just make everyone's lives easier. It'll just make everyone's lives easier if I just show if I just if I just have a video with my PP. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just gonna try my best to lock in. Almost started holding down the B button. Just, I forgot that the text wasn't done yet. Also, I'm more used to playing Undertale, so at certain points, I kind of started spamming B and A out of force of habit. You can't scroll dialogue in Undertale as fast because you have to spam B and A. You can't just hold X. Also, even in Deltarune, there's some dialogue that plays out at normal speed because there's like some bits that they don't let you skip over for dramatic effect, and it definitely works, but you know. I don't know if it's for dramatic effect or it's just the way they or it it might just be that because of the way they timed it. It might just be because of the since those text boxes are extra long, it might be that they timed it out to make it. It might be that the way they timed it out made the X button not affected. Actually, no. They probably did that on they probably did all that on purpose because again, dramatic effect. Oh right, I forgot we don't control Susie. I forgot that I only have one one action UI to go through for this fight. Next. I think we're either slightly ahead or slightly behind where we were. Fudge. Alright, nope, resetting. I'm sorry, I'm resetting. I'm 5 minutes in, it's fine if I'm 5 minutes in, it's fine if I reset, but at this point, I'm just not bothering, because at this point, the run is fricked. Alright. Gonna take a minute. Gonna calm down. Oh, I need to... my computer was not plugged in. Is not plugged in for... Oh, because I moved it from... I know why it's not plugged in. I moved it from my desk last night, and I must have forgot to plug it back in when I moved it. Anyways, alright. So, now, we're gonna try again. Alright. Ready? We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. Anyways, but yeah, I just... At that point, just the run's just fricked. And I am thinking, like, it'd be interesting to, like... It'd be interesting to, like, have a category that's just, like, all text... That's, like, long text boxes, percent, or whatever. And it's just, like, you are required... Where it's just, like, you are required to... I'm just naming myself you because it's slightly faster because, like, the of course thing, I think, is a bit, slower. But, anyways, the thing that happens when you name your vessel and yourself the same name. I don't remember what I was saying. Well, I didn't even see Toriel say Chris. I skipped over it so fast. I'm just amazing at this. I'm just so amazing at this text thing. I forgot to turn on auto run again. Come on. Come on. Oh, I put the split in a bit late, except I'm still ahead. I just put the split in a bit late. Need to not get stuck on things. Thought I saw like a cap. I thought I saw a cap. I saw a capital L or something, and I thought she said Lancer. I was just like, what? I didn't think she knew Lancer by now. I don't know. I'm just being goofy. I'm just misreading everything because my brain's a mess. After this run, I'm gonna take a break because honestly, I need it, and it probably would have been a good idea to take a break after the last run, but whatever. I want to say that speedrunning chapter 1 is gonna ruin its fun value for me, no pun intended. But oh, I can't go all the way down there. I can only get this far on the slidey thing. Like I want to say that, except like that implies that I'm not already tired of chapter 1. It's mostly just I've played chapter 1 a couple more times than I've played the rest of the chapters, just cuz like it's short. It's conveniently short and concise. Oh right, I forgot the split isn't until after I beat him. Started trying to spam X and A. Just so you know, I've noticed that I don't think X lets you skip in-battle dialogue. Ow. I'd like to not do that. Get hit, I mean. But yeah, B and A, like with the create your character thing at the beginning. Well, I say create. I use the term. I use that term. I use that phrase lightly, but you know, it's kind of like that, where like X doesn't actually function, and spamming B and A is just faster. Spamming B and A is slightly faster. Anyways, I might have been behind on that split, but again, I think I would have been ahead if the I think I would have been ahead on that split if I had remembered to split it where I was supposed to split it, but oh well. I should go down lower than that. I'm just worried about slowing down from scraping against the wall. Oh well. We two-shot him, so it's not that big of a slowdown. Again, this is not a high-level speed run. Again, this is not a high-level speed run. It's safe to assume that I'm not gonna be that good at this. I'm not the game. I'm pretty good at the game. I just mean like I'm not gonna be that good at going faster than I already know how. Like even though I am good at this game, I'm honestly, like even like with the secret bosses and stuff, I can first try Spamton in the night consistently. Yeah, and I can almost first try Gerson and Jevil. The first and only time I ever first tried Jevil was on stream. Over the summer when I beat all 4 chapters on stream in one day. I forgot that it doesn't actually, that talking to him doesn't actually play his music. Or at least not in this area. Doesn't matter. I just forgot. I think I noticed that earlier too. I didn't say it out loud. Like I didn't tell you guys, but like I feel like I remember noticing it when we were at this point in the game earlier. Started trying to hold X to advance the dialogue. Oh right, forgot to hold X again. Undertale player here. Force of habit. By the way, whatever the attempt bar says, subtract that by... If you ever, like, if at any point in the time that we are playing, you want to look at how many attempts it's taken. No, for me, how many attempts I've taken already, subtract the subtract the attempts bar in the corner by 1, because of the one point where I reset because I was, like, obviously screwed. Now the music stops completely. For a second, it looked like Lancer said shut up. Just like I saw Lancer's text box icon, and then I saw Susie saying shut up, so I just got confused. Also, for a second, it looked like the edges of Lancer's sprite disappeared. In the grass. I don't know, whatever. Anyways. Oh. Oh. Okay, nice. Probably wait for him to be closer to me. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but that way he's in the corner and I can be running away from him. If I wait for him to be further from me, then he's in my way. But if he's closer to me, he'll be in the corner. Oop, almost got. He'll be in the corner and I'll be away from... almost made it. Like, he'll be in the... That way he'll be in the corner and I'll be running away from him. So I won't have to... He'll be in the corner and I'll be running away from him. So he won't be, like, directly in my way, and it'll be, like, easier to run from him. We are now the Redacted Squad. Actually, having, quote-unquote, the Redacted Squad for a name actually does sound a bit cool. Ooh, almost got again. Oh, I got caught on that bit. I think I was gonna get caught anyways, but oh well. Yeah, fudge. Oh, right, I don't control Susie. Well, Ralse and Susie will be enough to take out this guy. And Chris should get auto... Yeah, Chris will get auto-revived. We just have to be gentle, till the next time we heal. And yes, I know there's a save point right there, and I know that save points heal. But to save time, I don't want to use any save points until we get to the very last one. Right before King, if you get what I'm saying. Oh yeah, also that would be really bad. By the way, I don't know if you've noticed this before, but if you fight, if you spam the A button while fighting, uh, the gauge, the fighting bar will light up when you're spamming A. And I noticed that even when I'm spamming A, Chris is the only one whose bar lights up, because, you know, we're controlling him specifically. And yeah, by extent, and yeah, Ralsei and later Susie, both by extension. However, you know, anyways, that was about 15 seconds faster. That was about 15 seconds faster than the last time. And hopefully that'll add up, especially if I don't die to King this time. Or if I unfortunately end up dying faster. I kind of doubt that that'll happen. Well, I shouldn't say unfortunately, I should say at least, because I mean, like, it wouldn't be... the unfortunate part would be the fact that that probably won't happen. It'd be ideal if I just don't die. But if I, you know... I'm good enough at the funny role-playing game that if I die, it's probably not gonna be that quickly. And that's just gonna be a bigger waste of my time. And I'm not gonna die on purpose, because, you know, I'm confident enough in my own ability to, you know, I'm confident enough in my own ability to, you know, not die, that I'm not gonna do that. Because, like, with King, it's close enough that I don't really have a convenient way of being able to tell, like, if I'm going to lose. Like, for Jevil, like, you know, for secret bosses, like, with Jevil, if you're low on health, and items, and you're only if you have, like, 10% of your health, of your original health and items, and you're only halfway through the fight, then yeah, you're probably somewhat fricked. Fudge. But, like, other than that, I mean, like with King, I could probably no-hit him. Alright, this is gonna... Well, I would say that cost me time, but I would argue that that's not a waste of time. Because it's worth not dying, because if I die, I have to start the entire game over. And, like, since I'm not saving until I get to King, if I die at any point before then, the run is definitely dead. And I would say this run's already dead anyways, but it's not dead. I'm doing good by my I'm making minor enough mistakes by my standards. Like, the run... Saying whether the run is dead or not depends on how well I'm doing in comparison to it. Like, that's relative to how well I usually do. Because if I set... Crap. Because, like, if I said the run is dead anytime I wasn't on world record pace, then I wouldn't successfully then I would fail to get through the first then I would fail to get through the first then I would fail to get anywhere past the first split. I know I said I wasn't saving, but I took the time loss because I needed to heal. Because at best I was like... At best I was like 2 hits away from dying. Yeah, I've noticed that they release a second one... That they'd, like, try to release a second one once you're at the end of the hallway or whatever. But then it just, like, I don't know. I guess you're close enough to the next room. They just don't. Or maybe there's, like, some proximity thing for fairness purposes. For purposes of, like, being fair, because, like, obviously you can't dodge that at that close range. Although, I had this weird thing happen to me the first time I played this chapter. Those bird things... When I encountered the very first one of them... Oops, I accidentally wasted a turn fighting Susie again. When I encountered, like, the first one... When I encountered the first one, it kept one-shotting me for some reason. Might have been low on health, but, like, I feel like that was the only time it did that. Wait, I just realized Susie naming our team the Redacted Gang. Like that literally just makes her like that one meme. It's literally just, you know, Susie, join like Susie joins the fun gang and renames it the Crap Squad. Refuses to elaborate, leaves. Oh, I thought something was happening to him after he ate the candy. I don't know. Like, yeah, no, yes, I've played this game before. No, my brain is not. No, my brain is not like fully. No, my brain is not fully functional right now. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm just like need a break after this one because just like right now I am playing. Right now I am like locked in my room, just playing mindlessly. So I don't really have a way of feeling. I don't really have a way to feel more focused. Because I'm gonna be honest, and this might sound weird, but the way I lock in is by spacing out, ironically. Speaking of ironic, I just started walking faster at the same time that my sprite turned sideways. I don't think that's what happened, but it was a funny coincidence. I think I think I'm ahead. 'Cause I'm remembering, like, before now, I was at, like... Before now, I was at, like, on the last run... I was, like, I was, like, at 22 minutes at a certain point. That's, like, recent to now, but, like, at a point that was, like, a minute or two ago in the run. So I don't know. I think I'm still on pace with how I was doing before. I'll try to, if I remember to, I'll turn on, I'll turn on, I'll turn on, I forgot that she's, like, genuinely mad right now. Not the, like, you know, stop talking bad about yourself type thing, like she does in other chapters. I was gonna say, the reason... Honestly, I'm just dodging via the OBS preview right now. I'm not, like, by controlling the preview, but, like, I'm not looking at my monitor. But yeah, anyways, I'll try to turn on... I'll try to turn on, I thought the setting that shows how much further ahead or behind I was than my best time, including all my best split times. I thought I had that setting on, but it seems I don't. I'll put that on. I'll put that on before the next run. After I take a break, though. Alright, now back to actually paying attention. Well. Feels slightly better. On account of, you know, not having had to focus that whole time. I accidentally bumped a button on my controller against my desk as Ralsei was pressing a button. Just weird coincidence. As Ralsei was pressing the button. I don't know. Weird coincidence, but I don't know. Anyways, yeah, again, I feel slightly better. I'm definitely taking a break after this run because I need it. But, like, you know, not about a keel over, so I'm finishing this run. So Susie's being all like, I'll listen when you tell me to do something now, Chris. Just don't be stupid, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, except you do realize that we're just gonna keep punching people, right? I mean, like, you know, I understand that there's other benefits to Susie listening to you, such as, like, you know, being able to use her as a fully functioning character, but, like, it's just, like, whenever you're not doing the pacifist route, it always just feels funny. It's just like, you know, she's like, I'll listen when you like. It's like I'll listen when you tell me to do stuff, Chris, and then you immediately and then I went the wrong way again. And then the first thing you tell her to do is to beat the crap out of people like she's been doing. Oh, I didn't for a second. I didn't see that it said ×3 in parentheses, and I was like, I thought that it was like some funny dialogue or whatever. I don't know, just like, frick. If it's an indie game and something's in parentheses, then clearly it's about to say something. Then clearly it's highlighting something goofy or stupid. I don't know. Deltarune definitely isn't like a stupid game, and it is a little, but not in the bad way. It's stupid as in like It's stupid in the sense that you mean when like someone makes a dumb joke and you're telling them like, dude, that was a really dumb joke. It's not stupid in the sense that like the gameplay's bad or whatever. Alright. Here's hoping I end this fight in less than 2 minutes. Nice. Also, the fact that the crown loosens by 35%, means that you can, afford to hit the body and miss the crown, once. And, I don't know if it would get you in I don't know if it would still get you 3 turns. I don't feel like I don't want to take the time. I obviously don't want to take the time to do the math right now, but whatever. Anyways, so we're like 20 seconds. So we're like 20 seconds behind where we were. That's a split? We're like 20 seconds behind where we were in terms of in-game time. We're like 20 seconds behind where we were, in terms of, our save file. Actually, we might have been more like a minute behind. I don't know. Whatever. Because if anything, the time on my timer is probably showing more time than my in-game time, if you get what I'm saying. So I don't know. Anyways. But yeah, I think we got to that save point somewhere between like 20 seconds and a minute and 20 seconds faster than we did. Like, we got there somewhere between like 20 seconds and a minute and a half faster than we did last time. Honestly, we're in a pretty good position right now. Well, there goes no-hitting King. Ooh, I almost got hit there. Like, I almost overcompensated. Very late on that one. I accidentally pressed X instead of A and B, but the text box still went. So either pressing B doesn't matter and you can do it just by pressing A, or I was wrong about the X button not working. Oh yeah, no, the X button works fine. The X button seems to work fine for this. I don't know why it never felt like it worked before, but whatever. it's getting a lot faster. I don't think I... Like, I didn't... Oop. Forgot to spam A. So yeah, I am getting the timing right. If you spam A when using Rude Buster, it does slightly more damage. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but it did, like, 30 less damage than it had before. So that means I was getting the timing right. I just, you know, wasn't. That means I was getting the timing right, and I don't need to be concerned. I just forgot how much damage Rude Buster is supposed to do. I had to, like, go around that, spade thing, whatever it is. Nice. You can't see, but I did the okay hand sign. So ignoring in-game time for a second, we did definitely get here, like, about 3 minutes faster than we did before. Because, you know, we didn't have to fight him twice. I mean, technically last time we didn't fully beat him, but whatever. We basically had to fight him twice because we had almost won. We by the time I died, I had almost won. I'm tired. I think Ralsei accidentally used his pacify spell on me. I thought Susie just said, "Oh, that's scary." It was actually Ralsei saying, "Oh, huh, sorry," or whatever, because Susie was telling him to stop murmuring into his hat. But yeah, like, looking at the speedrunning timer, which, again, like, there's probably more time on the speedrunning timer than there is on the in-game timer or whatever. I am at 36 minutes, and 36 minutes was the last save point of my most recent run until today. So that means I'm, like, way ahead of my first run. Of my PB as of before today. Because that means by this point in the run, by this point in that playthrough, I was probably like halfway through the I was probably like a chunk of the way through the king fight. Meanwhile in this run, I am already schmoovin' to the end of the chapter, wondering if I'm gonna get sub 40. Oh, well, I'm definitely gonna get sub 40 on the non-in-game timer. Alright, and that's time. Yes. Alright, so that was 38 minutes. I'm gonna change the settings while the game is finishing. Be right back, guys. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, someone just needed to tell me something.
The light is running low, and the shadows start to grow, and the places that you know seem like fantasy. There's a light inside your soul that's still shining in the cold, with the truth, the promise in our hearts. Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out check how to how to check my time. Ah, whatever. Eh. Oh wait, I need to go to... Alright. Like I mentioned, I'm taking a break now for, like, my own sanity, but real quick, I am going to check... I am, again, swapping to Chapter 2 for a sec so I can look at the completion file so I can see what my final in-game time was. Okay, so in terms of in-game time, I was only 9 seconds faster. But in terms of speedrunning time, in terms of the timer, my final time was more closely accurate to my in-game time, and therefore I technically did better. Alright, I'm gonna take a break like I said I was gonna now. See you in a minute.